Hafaday, my fellow Guamanians. There are many problems at the hospital, but I assure you a solid team now is in place. I'm going to let them do their work so that they can change things for the better. But in the midst of the decisions we had to make at Guam Memorial Hospital, some very good news came from our federal partners. In late January, Navy Undersecretary Robert Work came to Guam and made some promises to us. He said that the military will pursue a one Guam approach to the buildup. This means they will invest money into infrastructure improvements inside and outside the base. The second promise is a green and environmentally friendly Guam. Undersecretary Work has also promised that the federal land footprint will shrink and that there will be 24/7 access to Pagat Village. People from the leaders at the Chamber of Commerce to those in We Are Guahan said to get these promises in writing. And over the past few weeks, my Chief Policy Advisor, Arthur Clark, has engaged the Navy on the draft programmatic agreement. This is a document that can address the fourth promise on Pagat Village. And just last week, Thursday, we got the Pagat Village promise in writing in the draft programmatic agreement. Not only did we secure the promise of a 24/7 unimpeded access, but we successfully negotiated language that takes Pagat Village and caves out of the firing range footprint. Guam will not have to give up ownership of the ancient village and caves. On top of getting this promise in writing, the Navy also agreed to fully fund a cultural repository facility. Our negotiations are off to the right start. And this is a good sign as my Chief of Staff, Chief Policy Advisor, and I go to Washington, D.C. this week. While the Pagat Village and the cultural repository promises were major steps forward, there's still a long way to go. We are going to go to the nation's capital with a strong agenda to get the best for Guam. And we're not going alone. Team Guam is going together to represent all of our people. So I'm so grateful to Senators Judy Gutherts, Roy Respicio, and Frank Blas that they've agreed to join with me in meeting with defense officials. We will take our concerns over a number of issues to the top, and we will negotiate the federal land footprint promise in writing. We will negotiate controls to ensure off-island companies are paying their fair share of taxes, and we will negotiate more funding for our infrastructure and for our capacity in education, public safety, healthcare, and environmental protection services. And it doesn't end there. The Defense Department agreed to be our allies in trying to secure resolution to many long-standing federal issues affecting Guam. This includes war reparations, compact impact funding, visa waiver programs, binding political status, and control of our exclusive economic zone. There is a stunning future ahead for Guam. We want the political autonomy to be able to sustain economic growth well beyond the military buildup. I've said many times before that this buildup cannot be viewed as a be-all and end-all for our prosperity. We're going to D.C. with unity, with a message that we know what we want and we know how to get there, and with the attitude that we can make this work for everyone. I want to thank Speaker Wonpat, Senator Gutherts and Respicio, Senator Blas, We Are Guahan, Guam Boonie Stompers, the Guam Historic Preservation Office. They may have been critical of the build-up process, but they gave our administration a chance to work on things. We took their confidence very seriously, and we're working hard to get the best for Guam. Getting the Pagat Village promise in writing is a great start. Together, we can truly get the best for Guam. This is a duty we all take very seriously. We know the problems in our community. We see the people struggling through poverty. We understand the dilemma facing our youth. And we know that a buildup that is good for Guam can start to answer many of our social and economic ills. We'll guide it right, and we'll fight for Guam, and we'll do our duty together. Thank you, and good night.